Hey, it is Julie from Pages and Pens. My tripod's still shaking, hopefully you can't tell. Today we have a tag video. I was tagged by Adrian from Share Inspire Journey Dream in the Writer's Ritual tag. And if you've been following me anywhere on social media, you know I've been writing a lot lately, so we're going to jump right into this because I got lots to say about it. This tag was originally created by Kim Chance and Mandy Lynn. They will be listed down below, as well as Adrian's channel. So thank you so much. I will tag anybody who writes because it's hard for me to know who does and who doesn't. I am super invested in writing again, which is definitely fueling me. I'm really excited about that. If you are pumped to see me writing more, and if you're interested in videos about writing, definitely let me know. I'm interested in making some. Originally, this channel name, Pages and Pens, was about pages for reading and pens for writing, and I was going to cover both. I really have not been making any writing videos, but I have tons to say about it. So if it's something that you'd like to see, it's something I can totally do, so just let me know in a comment down below if you have any specific questions about my writing process or writing in general, and if you would be interested in writing videos. But for now, let's jump into this tag because there's a decent number of questions and I want to get to them all. First up is, when do you write? Time of day, etc. I don't limit when I write to a certain day of the week. Personally, when you're in the mood to write and you're really inspired to tell a story, I think it's very limited to say you're only going to write Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Or you're only going to write on the weekends. I really do believe that to successfully write, you should make writing a part of your daily routine, which is something that I definitely struggled with. I completely understand how hard that is to do, but I do think you should be writing daily, so I would never ever tell myself I could only write on certain days. I do see that I write best at night. Right now I'm unemployed, so I can write all day long, but I usually spend my morning reading, filming, editing, and then at night I'll start writing. So I do the bulk of my writing between like 7 or 8 and midnight, and that just seems to be when it flows the easiest for me. Even when I had a job, I would come home and do the most of my writing late at night. The next question is, how do you seclude yourself from the outside world? And the answer is, I do and I don't seclude myself. I will open up a browser that only has a Google search. So I will leave a browser closed that has all of my social media, YouTube, etc., and I don't touch that when I'm writing, but I will keep one open for Googling different things that I want to look up or research as I'm writing. Because I am writing high fantasy, there are sometimes things that I want to research. So that's one way that I can keep distractions at a minimum. I keep my phone on silent for the most part, have music on, so it kind of helps me block out outside world. However, I do usually still keep writers on hand or friends that I have to bounce ideas off of, so I'll still pick up my phone every now and then. Also allow myself time to go back and like check social media. If I hit a wall or I'm not sure where I want to go or what direction I want to go in, instead of frustrating myself, I'll watch a 5-minute video on YouTube or something, or scroll through Instagram for a couple minutes and then I'll go back to it. Third question is, how do you review what you wrote the previous day? I don't. I find it very prohibiting for me to edit as I go. So I write and I do not edit as I go. Just kind of catch up on where I was at the end of the last day and then continue writing from there. I don't reread what I wrote the prior day. For me, my writing process, I have always found it very difficult to either edit as I go because it takes me out of the story and it gives me a more critical view where I want to stay in a creative flow. I also, in general, just don't normally edit my own work. Even when I wrote Shoot Down the Windy Bird, I wrote everything and I was happy with the way that everything looked, and then I sent it off to a friend. She edited it and she sent them back with notes, and then I took those into consideration, made the edits that I felt were appropriate, and then that was it. I do not like editing my own work. I can edit other people's work, no problem, but I don't find that it's really beneficial to me as a writer to edit my own work. So I usually don't review my prior day's work. What song is my go-to when I'm feeling uninspired? This is hard because I listen to music as I write anyway, so it depends on my mood, it depends on what scene I'm writing and what character I'm working with. Everybody has a different vibe and a different feel, so the music inspiration changes for each thing that I'm doing. If I'm writing a love scene, then it's something different than when I'm writing an action scene, and characters, you know, preferences and moods are different in terms of what music they would listen to, so all of that changes as I'm writing. That's way too hard to narrow down to one song. What do I always do, i.e. listen to music, read, watch YouTube, when I find myself struggling with writer's block? If I find myself really struggling, like I said, I will kind of walk away, watch a video, or I'll walk away and read. Right now I'm really trying to find a balance between reading and writing, so I want to make sure I'm not neglecting either one of those. So when I'm not doing one, I'm probably doing the other. And then always with music on. I read with music on and I write with music on, so that's irrelevant. My camera overheated, so I had to stop, so I'm sure my angle has changed and the closeness has altered. I apologize. Next up is the tools that I use while writing, and the main one is going to be Scrivener. I know some people use Google Docs. I will leave a video linked down below from Allie from Hardback Hoarder. She did a great video going through how she uses Google Docs to do her novel planning, and it was fantastic. I personally have always used Scrivener. It's how I wrote Shoot Down the Wendy Bird. It's how I started this novel that I'm working on now 4 years ago, and it's the way that I'm writing now. So I always use Scrivener. I love it. I think the functionality is fantastic. It is, I think you can get a free trial, but I did pay for mine 6-7 years ago, like a long time ago. So I've been using it ever since, and I really, really love it. But I also always have a notebook and a pen around, because there's certain times where something's not coming to me, or I'm looking for the right word, or a scene's just not playing out, and I like to just be able to like free flow and like creatively mind dump and free form write and get my head straight. So I always have paper and pen handy. Also, right now at least, I also have reference books. So I've got Irish Witchcraft and Demonology, I have Celtic Blessings and Wisdoms, and I have the Element Encyclopedia of the Celts. So I have all of that always nearby, just in case I need to reference something. So I would say my reference books, my paper and pen, and Scrivener are always around. And if you've not heard about Scrivener or experienced it and you're interested in organizing your writing, either check out Allie's channel for Google Doc organization, or check out a free version of Scrivener and see if you can get a trial for a little bit. I really, really love it. I will say, if you're used to Google Docs is going to be a lot less intimidating. Scrivener can be very intimidating, but you really can just use the functionalities that you need and make it work for you. I've been using it for a really long time, and I still learn something new all the time with it, but I think it works fantastically, and I wouldn't write any other way. What's one thing I can't live without during my writing sessions? There's no one thing. I need music when I'm writing. I need my water bottle while I'm writing. I'm not gonna lie, I need my Tic Tacs. These are flavor changing, so they go from cherry to cola. Basically taste like cherry Coke. I'm a nervous habit person. So I used to be a nail biter. I don't bite my nails anymore, but I do chew on the inside of my lip, and I will legitimately like gnaw flesh off the inside of my lip, which I know sounds horrible, but it's a nervous habit, and it's something that I do without thinking when I'm like stressing over a scene or a character or something going on. So I'm noticing that like the inside of my mouth is raw. Like over the last couple days of writing, I really hurt myself. So I will pop in one of these instead to just kind of like save my mouth flesh. Sounds horrible, because it is horrible. Water, Tic Tacs, and music. That's what I need. How do you fuel yourself during your writing sessions? Water and Tic Tacs. Very, very, very bad with self-care. And I'm bad with self-care on a daily basis. It really doesn't have anything to do with whether or not I'm writing. It's something that I'm struggling with, that I'm trying to get better with, that my nutritionalist desperately, desperately wants me to get better with. A lot of the issues that I'm having right now with my body are because my metabolism does not start working sometimes until 7 o'clock at night. I will sit down and start filming or editing or writing or get invested in work and never eat. There are plenty of times where I will not eat unless somebody forces me to. I don't get hungry. I don't think about it. It's in the background, and it doesn't even compute to me that I should be stopping to do those things. So right now it's 3:15 and I have not eaten yet today, and I will probably get done this, upload my footage, start editing, and then maybe start writing, and probably still not stop to eat. It's really bad. I fuel myself on pure determination, water, and Tic Tacs. I don't suggest it. And Excedrin. I live on water, Tic Tacs, and Excedrin. That's basically how I live. I wonder why I have headaches. Probably because I'm not eating. It's ridiculous, and I apologize. Please don't think that that's a healthy life model. Don't do that. Just don't do that too. You shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. No one should do it. It's not good. And then last up is, how do you know when you're done your writing? So on a day-to-day basis, I know that I'm done my writing when the character is at a resting point. So I can't leave a story while there's like action going on. I just can't. If my character isn't in stasis, I'm not going to be. If there's still action or conflict or something unresolved in the story at that particular moment of the book, I will not be able to sleep. I won't be able to shut my brain off. I need to know that my characters are calm so that I can go be calm. So my writing is done for the day when I've A, hit my word count, which right now is set at 2K a day. B, my characters are at a resting point. That's pretty much it. If my characters are resting and I've hit my word count, I'll probably call it a night. But if there's still conflict or something that's not quite working, I'm probably going to keep pushing. And then in terms of like the actual full book and how you know you're done, I don't know. This is my first novel. I will say that for like my short stories and flash fiction and poetry, I knew I was done when I was as a reader on a cliff. The point of flash fiction really is to kind of leave you wanting more and to give you a very, very clear snapshot, but not too much information. So that's when I would draw that line. The novel writing is going to be very, very different. And right now I'm planning on it not being a solo book. I'm planning on it probably being a duology or trilogy. So there's going to probably be a natural stopping point there that I've already pre-plotted, but how it goes as I continue to write, who knows? And that's something that editing and editors can help you with as well, because sometimes it's hard to know when to stop. In terms of like day to day, as long as my characters are at rest and my word count's met, I'm good to probably stop. That is it for the Writing Rituals tag. Thank you again to Adrian for tagging me. I will have her and the creators listed down below. If, again, please let me know if you guys are interested in any writing videos. I'd love to make them. Let me know down below, as well as any writing questions that you have for me. I'm happy to answer those in another video. And for now, that's everything. If you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, guys.